what's going on, guys? It is Rob, and I am back with a brand new top 10 video. Now, I have a lot of these coming out, and the ones I'm going to mention today and then the one after this are actually response videos, okay? Chucky Doll did his top 10 worst sequels and top 10 best sequels. So I thought I'd do my response to that and give you guys, you know, my top 10 worst and top 10 best. So today's video is top 10 worst. And I have a lot of bad ones here, some of which, you know, Chucky Doll didn't mention in his list. But I also have some honorable mentions that I want to talk about first. And rather than going up in my room and trying to look for some of these, I don't have a lot of these movies because they suck so bad, but instead of trying to look through my thousands and thousands of movies that I have, I'd rather just do it this way. So, let's go over the honorable mentions. First up is The Next Karate Kid. I think that movie sucks. The only redeeming quality of that movie is Pat Morita, hands down. The next one is RoboCop 3. Do I even need to mention why it's on the, you know, do I even need to explain? I mean, RoboCop has a jetpack, whatever. The next one is Batman and Robin. Some consider that to be like a guilty pleasure. I actually consider Batman Forever to be a guilty pleasure. But Batman and Robin is just ridiculous. It's just, I mean, I can have fun with it, but it's stupid. It's just really stupid. Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. I don't care what anybody says. That movie just sucked. It's not, to me, it doesn't feel like Indiana Jones. They shied away from that. If you watch the first 3 movies and then watch that one, it doesn't feel like it at all. The beginning is probably the only part that feels like an Indiana Jones film, but then when you get with all this CGI and interdimensional beings, otherwise known as aliens, let's not just say that word, let's say aliens. Just say aliens. I have a problem with that. I just don't think, yeah, it just doesn't feel like it. It doesn't feel like an Indiana Jones film. Next is Freddy's Dead. This was close to making my list because the movie sucks. It really does. It is the downfall of the Nightmare on Elm Street films. You know, it's when it comes to sequels, it's just really terrible. Next one is Exorcist 2, The Heretic. Boring film. Linda Blair is probably the only redeeming quality in that movie, even though she didn't do much. It's just really, it sucks. Exorcist 3 is a lot better. Next one is Texas Chainsaw 3D. I cannot get into that film. I don't care what they say about it being a true sequel to the first, the 1974 classic. I'm sorry, it's not. Somebody doesn't know how to tell time, and someone walking around with a smartphone when there's not even smartphones around at that time. And, you know, after Sally escapes, all of a sudden there's all these people at Leatherface's house. And what? Like, what's going on? The movie sucks. I'm sorry. It sucks. It makes no sense at all. The last one I'm going to mention is Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. You know, if you like seeing white horses and you know, Hobo Michael that looks like Rob Zombie himself walking around with a hood up to cover his, you know, half-torn mask, so no one will recognize him. It's just like, why even fucking wear the mask? Take the mask off, put your hood up. No one's going to recognize you anyway because you look like a damn hermit. Like, you don't even shave for years. Who's going to notice you? Nobody. Stupid. The movie's stupid. Anyway, those are the ones that didn't make my list. Let's get started with my top 10 worst sequels, starting with number 10, and that is Seed of Chucky. That movie is garbage, okay? I cannot watch it. It was bad enough wanting to watch Bride of Chucky. At least I can get some kind of laughter, enjoyment out of that. But they have a kid, and it doesn't know what gender it wants to be. There's too much thinking into that. It's just stupid. It's a stupid idea, okay? Number 9 is Mortal Kombat Annihilation. I remember seeing that in the theater, being so pissed off. I mean, the first thing they do is they kill off Johnny Cage. Well, I mean, the first thing is most of the actors have changed, Because it takes place right after the first movie. Shao Kahn shows up, and all of a sudden, oh look, a new Raiden. Oh my God, a new Raiden, a new Sonya. Oh, and a new Johnny Cage. What happened to those guys? Oh, they're different. Sonya, oh my gosh, she has short hair. She must have got a haircut when that all happened. When Shao Kahn came down, you know, maybe the lightning struck her hair and made it shorter. I don't know. But that movie is ridiculous. They tried to fit every single Mortal Kombat character in that movie by killing them off, like Rain getting hit by Shao Kahn's sledgehammer. Yeah, that movie, it just, it was rushed. They just wanted to, you know, they did so well on the first movie that they just wanted to, you know, get this movie out and just have every character. So, whatever. Number 8 is Speed 2, Cruise Control. The movie didn't work because Keanu Reeves wasn't in it. That's all I have to say. Sandra Bullock was not enough to make that movie interesting. And about a, you know, a boat this time and not a bus, it just wasn't that interesting. I didn't feel like there was any risk with it more than the bus. I don't know. Dumb movie. Number 7 is Superman 4, The Quest for Peace. Probably the dumbest Superman movie ever made. I don't care how many people that don't like Man of Steel, you haven't seen Superman 4 then, because Superman 4 makes no sense at all. Nuclear Man. Let's take a strand of Superman's hair. You can't take Superman's hair. You can't do anything with it. Superman's hair is indestructible. Anyway, Superman 4. I just wish Superman would have said yes. You know, I love Christopher Reeves, but you could tell he was not having a good time. I mean, he has magical powers. He can rebuild a wall just by looking at it. He can send someone flying up in the air like a tornado. You know, he can do all these things. He can levitate things. He has new powers. I mean, you know, why tell anybody about it? He just has these powers. It's great. Number 6 is Paul Blart, Mall Cop 2. I love the first Paul Blart. I think the first one is funny. I love it. Kevin James was born for that role, but I don't know what happened with the second movie, but it just sucks. None of the jokes are funny. It is not a funny movie. It's so bad. It is so bad. Number 5 is A Good Day to Die Hard. The Die Hard movie where Bruce Willis is almost like a second hand. The Die Hard films are supposed to be all about Bruce Willis, but in this movie, it's like he takes a back seat. He always talks about how he's on vacation. Shut up! Shut up about it. Die Hard 4 just makes that movie look, you know... Die Hard 4 is such an awesome movie. That's an underrated flick. To me, I felt like John McClane was back in that movie. A Good Day to Die Hard? What the hell? I'm not looking at John McClane. I'm looking at Bruce Willis. What happened? Number 4 is the Blair Witch 2 Book of Shadows. I can't get into that movie. I'm sorry. The orgy scene's probably my favorite, where they're dancing around naked. That's probably the best scene. But you know, they tried to make it into a real life movie where the actual, you know, documentary is known for being a movie. So they tried to make it realistic in that way. They tried to make it seem like it was real in like real time, and it didn't work. It just didn't. It didn't have the effect the first one did. It was a different way of filming. And it just didn't work. So, number 3 is Escape Plan 2, Hades. Like I always say, I don't know what Stallone's problem with these Escape Plan movies. I just don't see why he has to make them. It's like he thinks everyone wants them to come out. No. Escape Plan 1 was enough. You don't need 2, and you don't need 3. Even though 3 is 100 times better than 2. I don't know what they were thinking with 2. I honestly do not. I have never seen a person yet say that they like 2. Alright, coming in at number 2 is Jaws the Revenge. Was that any question? Jaws the Revenge would actually be my number 1 if it wasn't for the number 1 pick. But Jaws the Revenge, about a shark who wants revenge on the Brody family, follows them all the way to the Bahamas, and, you know, oh, Chief Brody's dead. And then, you know, Lorraine Gary's character, you know, Miss Brody is like, talking to her son saying, oh no, the fear killed your father. Fear. Oh, so you're saying that Chief Brody died because he was afraid of the shark? You mean the guy who took out 2 sharks by himself? Took out 2 sharks. And he's afraid? So he dies because he's a... What the... What? It's like the creators of Jaws the Revenge didn't watch the other movies. I'm more confused than ever. Coming in at number 1 is Son of the Mask. It hurts me to even say those words. I don't even own that movie, and I will never own that movie. It's a travesty. That movie, that is the black mold that is growing outside of my back door on the outside right now. I actually gotta get rid of that. That's what it is. It's the fungus growing on the trampoline in my backyard. It's the dog shit that my dog Daisy let out of her ass in the yard that I actually got to go scoop up sometime. Son of the Mask. The acting is terrible. The story is terrible. The effects are terrible. I mean, The Mask with Jim Carrey, the effects were kind of goofy, but they were supposed to be. In this movie, oh God. Oh God. That's all I'm going to say. There are a lot of bad movies out there. So obviously I couldn't list them all. And I probably forgot some, but that's fine. I wanted to list the ones that bothered me the most. And like I said, I know I forgot a lot, but these are the ones that stick into my mind as being the worst. So, just my opinion, just my list. Hope you guys enjoyed it. So the next video, I'm going to do my top 10 best sequels, which is also another response. So I think Chucky Doll for coming up with this. I mean, this is not a tag video. He didn't tag me. But I know Julie Cassidy is doing her, response to these. So I thought I'd chip in and give you guys my 2 cents. So thanks for watching this. I'll be back with more top 10 videos. See you guys in the next one.